Wow, we are live. Finally, we are live.
Yes.
Amazing. Hello, everyone. Okay. Hello and welcome, everyone. My name is Deepak Kumar. I'm mindset coach from India. Okay. And today, I would like to welcome again Mr. Sukhveer Singh. Hi, Sukhveer. How are you doing?
I'm good, Deepak. How are you?
Fantastic, my friend.
That's good. So
It's
finally we are
like
live.
last time we did it and it was so good. Yeah.
I said finally we are live now once again.
Yeah,
I'm really happy
finally we
for
are
it.
live. I would like to, apologize for delay, and we were working on something because we wanted it from StreamYard. Usually we do from, Zoom, so we are pretty, common to that. But today we are doing with StreamYard, so it took some time. So hope like today let me tell you this, we are here for a treat, right? Sukhveer and I gonna deep into the most interesting topic that we study, okay, and that we teach, and we love studying this. It's the mind and the paradigm. Okay, so this is what I have to tell you. This is one of my favorite topic to study and teach, like the mind and the paradigm. Mind, let's begin with you. Like, I would like for you to go first. Like, how would you go for that? Like mind, and the paradigm, how would you start? Let's
Sure,
start
why
from
not?
you.
Sure, Deepak, sure. If we look at our life in journal, whatever
Hmm.
we have achieved so far in life and whatever we want to achieve in the near future, everything will
Hmm.
comes to us depending upon
Hmm.
how we are using our mind, right?
Hmm.
And I remember when I read it in Earl Nightingale's material that
Hmm.
he gave a very great example, and I really fell in love with the example. He said, our mind is like a garden, and it depends
Hmm.
upon us what we are planting into that garden. So it's up to
Absolutely.
you. You want
Yeah.
to plant happiness, happiness will
Hmm.
grow. You want to plant, sadness, sadness will grow. Now, some of you are going to feel offended by it. You're going to say that I'm not planting sadness into my garden.
Hmm.
Nobody does
Hmm.
it consciously, right? That's what
Yeah.
you will realize when you understand what role that paradigm plays. But before going to that part of the paradigm, we'll
Yeah.
be talking more about the mind, because mind is, it's everything. I remember
Absolutely.
James Allen way back, 100 years ago, maybe more than that, wrote that he said,
Yeah.
mind is the master power that molds and make, and man is mind, right? And evermore he uses the tool of thought, shaping what he wills, bring thousands of joys and thousands of ills. And you need to understand that your mind, even if you deny this fact, you cannot deny the reality. And the reality
Absolutely.
is that your results are a exact reflection of whatever has been going on in your mind, whether it's going on from last 6 months, 1 year, or whatever time it is. Every single result that you're getting is a reflection of your mind. So whatever you put inside your mind, it will grow. If you are
Mhm.
going to give, I know some of you have watched the movie Secret, and that's when most people come to know about law of attraction, right? And the
Mhm.
basic concept people understood from the law of attraction is that mind is a magnet, and whatever we
Yeah.
think, we attract. Whatever we think, we attract, right?
Mhm.
Now, I'm being an an electronics engineer and a communication engineer. I can understand that, how a radio functions, right? Because
Yeah.
in a radio there is a receiver, and then there is a sender, just like a broadcasting
Mhm.
station and a receiving station. And there are
Mhm.
electromagnetic waves that has been sent from the sender. A receiver picks it, and that's exactly what mine is. Whenever you're thinking about something, if it is positive, you are sending those vibration out of the universe, and then
Mhm.
by law those vibration will come back to you. If those
Absolutely.
vibrations that you're putting out of the universe are positive, what you will get
Mhm.
back will be positive. And if those
Yeah.
vibrations or thoughts that you are negative, that's what you're putting out of the universe, and that's what going to come back. Now that's the
Mhm.
basic understanding of the
Mhm.
mind, which I'll hand over to you
Mhm.
now, Deepak, to expand it upon, with your
Mhm.
thoughts. Like, what are your
Mhm.
thoughts about the mind before we take this discussion, into more technical aspects, right? Over to you, Deepak, adding your insights to this.
I didn't know that you are an electrical engineer, by the way. That's lovely to hear.
That's a surprise for
Okay.
you.
Computer science. I studied computer science engineering. Okay. So that is one thing that we have common. Yeah, of course, I love what you said. You quoted James Allen, that is one of my favorite quote from,
Right,
the book
that's
As a Man Thinketh.
right.
Mind is master power that molds
Right.
and make, and man is mind. And evermore he takes the tool of his thought,
That's
shaping what he wills, bring down 1,000 joy or 1,000 ills. He thinks in secret when it come to pass, environment but his looking glass. That sum up
exactly.
all about the mind. Okay. I love what Bob used to say, mind is the greatest power in all creation. Think about it. Mind is the greatest power in all creation. So, what is mind? Okay, mind is the non physical part of your personality. You have a physical part, your hands, legs, head, cheeks, teeth, nose, like that's a physical part of your personality, right? But the mind is the non physical parts of your personality. Okay, what do I mean by non physical? It's everywhere. You know, mind is everywhere, like, each cell of your body. Okay, that's what you want to remember, right? The mind is in each cell of your body. Okay, your mind, like, that doesn't mean there is multiple mind. Okay, there is only one mind. Okay, when we are talking about, universal intelligence, we are talking about cosmos. Okay, so there is only one mind, but it functions in every cell. Okay. Okay, we'll go deep into that. Okay, so mind is the greatest power in all creation, and through mind, right, you have all your joys, your happiness, your sorrow, your pain. That's all come from the mind. Okay, so in order to go to, the paradigm, it's very important for anyone to understand what mind is. Okay, and how it function. Okay, like, I remember studying from Bob's, about Dr. Thurman Fleet. Okay, there was a scientist, Dr. Thurman Fleet, who was, studying mind, and, how does, mind function, and he noticed something. Okay, he noticed that, we talk about mind, we study about, mind, but nobody has ever seen the mind. How does mind look like? If I ask you, how your home like, you would have a picture of a home. If I ask you, how your car look like, you would have a picture of a car. Okay, if I, ask how does your, like, anything, right, you'd have a picture of it. But if I ask you, how does your mind look like, right, there is no picture of the mind. Okay, your mind become blank. Okay, and that's the problem that Dr. Thurman Plate understood. He said that, if we don't know how the mind look like, we're only treating to the symptom. There is, we're not treating to the cause. But there, like, that's why he thought that there must be an image of mind, so we can walk with it. Okay, so what he did was, he draw a image of a mind, which in my experience, and like, from experience of my mentor Bob, he said this is the greatest idea that he has ever learned in his lifetime. Okay. Okay, think about it. When I first heard that, he said this is the greatest idea I have heard in my lifetime. Like, biggest idea that he has learned about the mind. How does mind look like? Okay, and when you understand that, I'm sure there is a chapter in Thinking into Result, the strict person, right,
That's correct.
which goes into, right, there, which goes into, how does conscious mind and subconscious mind. If I can share my screen, I can draw a picture of a mind. Let me see. Your screen sharing was cancelled. Okay, let me go again.
Maybe you try now.
Okay, let me just try it again.
Yep.
No, it says, like, make sure you click share on the model, that not cancel. Okay, okay, here. Okay, let me to go first. Add it to this. because I don't know how to share screen on this. Like, there is
Let
this
me see
showing.
if I can do
Uh,
that from my side.
yeah, please do that. If you can do that, that would be great.
Just a second.
Okay.
Okay, I think it's working now. Can you see that whiteboard?
Okay.
Let me add it to the
I
stream.
can see
No,
that.
yeah. Whiteboard is
Can I use
visible,
can I use my pen
right?
on that?
Yeah, I think it is. No. Okay. Okay,
Can I use my
let
pen
me
on
see
that?
it there. So I think this is what Deepak was trying to say, right, Deepak? That
Yeah,
this is the
exactly.
diagram, right? I can draw it, then you can just explain.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you. Thank you. Subir. So here it is, he draw circles, like two circles, the bigger circle that you can see, right? He said, this is the mind, and the smaller circle he draw, okay? He said, this is the body, okay? And then he divided, these circles in two parts, okay? The upper half, he said that this is the conscious mind, okay? And the lower half, he said, this is the subconscious mind, okay? And he also drew, like you can see, there are some antennas on the top of that. What are those? Those are the senses that we have, okay? We have total five senses. We can see, hear, smell, taste, touch. Those are the five senses that we have, okay? And all those senses, what do? We correspond and communicate to the entire world through those senses, okay? And it is the senses that takes the information from outside and gives, to your subconscious mind, just like you see, hear, smell, taste, touch, right? So what is happening at this? He said this is the greatest idea, and like me, you can also be by deceived by the simplicity of this idea, because I was deceived. Okay, how this can be so important. As I started studying this, as I started, getting more into this, and I started realizing that yes, this is very powerful idea, because now I have an image to work with. Now I have, I can, look back, look how does my mind look like, and I actually work. So this is what mind is. Okay, this is exactly what mind look like. Okay, but it is a concept that we are talking about, like nobody has ever seen the mind, so just we should have something to study. Okay, and this is the best example that we can give you to study your own mind. Okay, what you have to say on that?
Sure, Deepak. I'll expand upon what we have just drawn here. And I remember, that there was a very powerful example that I learned through my experience, while working with so many people. I remember that there was a person who was asking me that once a day. He said that people are going through so much of anxiety, people are going through so much of depression, that how we can help them. So I told them
Yeah,
very clearly that if you're trying to help someone with who is going through anxiety, who is going through depression, you need to understand that they're having problem or challenges with their mind, and you cannot
yeah,
treat something with like chemicals which is not even a part of your body. That's what Deepak said.
mhm,
He said mind, although it's not part of your body, but it's in every single cell of your body. So it is
yeah,
an activity that you need to understand. And just to give it an image, we have drawn this figure that came from Dr. Thurman Fleet's research, and it is a very, very powerful image. Now you
yeah,
need to understand that on the conscious level, okay, and this is the key point that I'm going to explain you. I'm just going to explain you one point today, but I want you to understand how powerful this point is, okay? On a conscious level, we all have this personal choice that what kind of ideas we want to accept and what kind of ideas we should accept. Now, what are the ideas that we usually accept, and what kind of ideas we start rejecting those ideas that we should accept? Now,
mhm,
what does that mean? That means there are so many people who are accepting the ideas of poverty, who are accepting the ideas
yeah,
of illness, who are accepting the ideas of, not being successful. And at the same time, they're
mhm,
rejecting the ideas of prosperity. They're rejecting the idea of
mhm,
abundance. They're rejecting the idea of complete health. And they are
mhm,
rejecting the idea of abundance of success. And you need to
Yeah.
understand that this personal choice, every single one of you have. It doesn't matter wherever you are. It doesn't matter whoever you are. It doesn't matter whatever your age or gender is. It doesn't matter whatever your qualification is. We all have a same mind that operates by the same laws.
Mm.
And that
Yeah.
is one of the most important concept of your mind, that you can accept or reject any idea that you want.
Mm.
But here you have to
Absolutely.
understand what is paradigm that we have been talking about. All right.
Mm.
Now, paradigm is right there in your subconscious mind. It is right there. And it is a programming, it's just like the way this StreamYard, it's a software, it's a program that is
Yeah.
running, that is helping me and Deepak to live stream this to all of you. And we have programs in our mobile phone that allow us to, do so many things. Similarly, we have this
Mm.
program that is a part of our subconscious mind. And then this program is controlling which ideas we are accepting and which ideas we are rejecting. That's why we call it that paradigm
Absolutely.
controls everything that we are doing. Everything that we are doing.
Absolutely.
It's a part of your subconscious mind that literally controls every single habitual behavior that you have. And the
Yeah.
important thing is that almost every behavior that we have is habitual. We do it on an automated basis. So you see
Mhm.
what a bigger impact paradigm has on you, because paradigm control your choices. And when your choices are
Sure.
being controlled by your paradigm, then ultimately your actions are controlled by your paradigms, your emotions are being triggered by your paradigm, and ultimately your results are the exact reflection of whatever that paradigm conditioning is in your mind. Now you can call it mindset, there are many different names to call it, but if you really want to look at the technical part of it, it's paradigm. And
Yeah.
paradigm, it's group habits. It's not just a one
Mhm.
habit, it's a
Mhm.
combination of multiple habits that are part of your subconscious machinery. Deepak, I would love you to
Well, I
expand on this.
100% agree with that, and appreciate you for explaining this, so well. But here is one key point that I want to add on this. Just like Sukhveer added, your conscious. He was talking about the conscious mind. Okay, that in your conscious mind, your conscious mind works totally different than what the subconscious work. Okay, uh, your conscious mind has a choice. He said that. Okay, but here is one thing I want you to know: your subconscious mind is totally deductive in nature. Okay. So your subconscious mind does not have a choice like the subconscious mind, like the conscious mind. Okay. Like, so where this, he explained about what is a paradigm. Okay, what is a paradigm? Is a paradigm is nothing but just a multitude of habits fixed into your subconscious mind. That's the key here. It's already fixed into your subconscious mind, right? And how does that subconscious mind, that how does that paradigm is actually controlling your, I believe decisions are everything. Okay, the way you make decisions is gonna impact directly the results of your life. Okay, that's the key to everything. And your paradigms, 99% of time it's control your decision making. Okay, because all those choices you are making, either positive or negative. Okay, it's, if you are adding emotions to that, if you are like adding emotions, emotion could be anything, either positive or negative. And here is the one thing that I want you to remember, that most people are accepting the ideas of faith, of the fear, rather than the faith. Okay, and this is where the problem starts. Okay. Okay, because most people are thinking that, what if I, like, if I have to talk in common term, what if I miss the deadline of payment? Okay, what if this happened, what if that happened? Okay, what you're doing is basically you're triggering an emotion called fear. It's a negative emotion, and that thought that you have chosen is going directly into your subconscious mind. Okay, I'll go little detail into how those paradigms were formed. Okay, this is one of the example that, to understand basically how does those paradigms were formed, you really have to go back in your childhood when you were, from year 1 to the 7 year. Okay, that's the time when you are really, in the state of accepting those ideas. Okay, whoever is watching this and will be watching this in future, I really want you to go back in your child. Okay, thank you for that, Sukhveer. You really draw that, amazingly, that, how does, the mind look like when you're really child. You have body. Okay, and you have the subconscious mind, which is wide open. There is no conscious gap. There is no conscious mind. So there's no conscious mind. That means, you're not you don't know what's wrong and right. What's not You don't know the difference between wrong and right. And what you're doing is you are accepting everything that's coming along your way. Okay, you have been, giving all those information, right? The information have been given to you since you were a kid, like, from television, from your, you know class teacher, to social media, to your, all those things that you have watched since childhood. Those all information were going directly into your subconscious mind. Okay, information regarding whatever it is, regarding, environment, regarding uh, economy, regarding personal relations, and most importantly regarding yourself. Okay, there's information regarding about yourself. Okay, what do you believe about yourself? Like, when you go when you really go to those time, and you realize what are the things were told to you. Okay, and that's where your paradigm was formed, because you were not going through that one, only once. You're going through that again and again and again. You go to the school for 7 years, you keep listening to the same thing. Okay, there are many examples I can give it to you. Okay, uh, there are many examples that I can give you, right? What are the things that I used to go to, right? And those were forming my those was have formed my paradigm at that time. Okay, so in order to understand the paradigm, this is how the paradigm were actual built. Okay, so the story of paradigms, and here is one thing I want you to remember. Okay, that's just like that, from year 1 to the year 7. So it was not overnight. So if paradigm was not built overnight, it cannot be changed overnight. Okay, okay, so the best tool that you can use to change a paradigm is repetition. The power of repetition is the best tool that you can use to change the paradigm. What do you do, and how do you change the paradigm? We talk more about it. Okay, is there anything you would like to add on that? You froze. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, Deepak.
Okay, is there anything you would like to add, or should I go? Okay, I'll go. Okay. So, like, paradigm are nothing but just a group of habits that is fixed into your subconscious mind through repetition since you're a kid. Okay, all those ideas are formed in a habit. Okay, they form a habit, and group of habits are basically the program. That is called a paradigm. Okay. So how do you actually change that once you have learned? First you have to understand how it is impacting your life. Okay, okay, how it is impacting your life. Okay, how many times you have tried to change your income but you have not got any way. How many times you have tried, like there are most people, who just keep trying, they just want to, in better shape, right? They just want to earn more money. They just want to, better relationship. How many times you have been trying to do so and could not able to, get that. You know the reason? The reason is nothing but a paradigm. You keep thinking the same way, that's keep you doing the same way, and you keep creating the same results. What if you learn the idea of a paradigm, you do understand that you have a paradigm, and you learn to change the paradigm. Okay, do you believe it can, help you in every area of life? It has helped me in every area of my life. I have multiplied my income. Okay, and I'm not even kidding about it. Okay, I really have. Okay, Sukhveer have done that. Okay, okay, I started, like, from nothing, like absolutely nothing, no money. I never did a job, so I never, had to did, like, job. So like earning a money was not very, very, different thing for me. All I started, from this. Okay, so this is the thing. Okay, paradigm is, it's very important. So what do we do, and how do we change the paradigm? Okay, how do we change the paradigm? Would you like to go into that?
Sure, Deepak, why not? So far we have learned about how important paradigms are, or what a bigger impact they have on ourselves, right?
Yeah.
Now, you need to understand the way to change the paradigm is exactly the same way those paradigm has been built. All right.
Hmm.
Since childhood, your paradigm has been built in when same ideas repeatedly has been translated to you over and over and over and over again, and then slowly and steadily those ideas become part of your subconscious mind. Now that is how you replace those ideas, but you need to understand that the first step of changing the paradigm is understanding that you have paradigms. So it's the identification that you have, because there are many people who are being ignorant about the fact that their results are just a matter of luck or chance, or their results are because of bad economy, or their income is because of, they are living in a rich country or a poor country. It's nothing like that. If you compare the world's richest country and if you compare the world's poorest country, you are going to find out two similarities. Now, what are those similarities? The similarities are, in the world's richest country, there are poor people, and in the world's poorest country, there are richest people. So you see,
Absolutely.
it is not the economy that defines. Now, just to quote an
Yeah.
example, we all see USA as one of the richest planet country on this planet. You see, there are people who are earning millions and billions of dollars in US, and there are homeless people who are on the roads,
Yeah.
who don't have money.
Yeah.
Now you look at Africa, you see there are people in Africa who don't even have access to clear water and food, and still there are people in Africa who are like celebrities, who are earning so much money. So you
Yeah.
see, it's not the country that defines their,
Mm.
results. It's their belief system. It's the paradigm that defines their results. So
Yeah.
in order to change your belief system, you need to identify the fact that irrespective of your place,
Mhm.
irrespective of whoever you are, your gender, your education, you can change. You
Yeah.
can get better results. That's the step number one. Then the step number two is, it's the now actually it's a combination of two elements. The first one is effective education combined with professional coaching plus the reputation. So in
Yeah.
fact, it's three elements, right?
Yeah.
Reputation has to be there. You can pick up a book, you can read that book, and you can answer me all the questions if I ask you about that book. But does it going to change your life? Probably not, until or unless you have started applying those principles. Understand that, no amount of reading or memorizing will make any difference in your life. It is the application of the wise ideas that will count. So you
Yeah.
have to understand how to apply the wise ideas. Now, from
Mm.
where you will get those wise ideas? You will get
Mhm.
those wise ideas when you get into an effective educational environment.
Yeah.
Like Deepak has so many good programs. I have so many good programs. There are other people who have so many good programs. But why they're good programs? Because they are organized in a certain way. Napoleon Hill, he wrote the book Think and Grow Rich, which was the foundation of many millionaires and billionaires all across the world. And in his book, he wrote a chapter called as Organized Knowledge. So,
Mhm.
until or unless you're not going through an organized knowledge related to changing your mindset, related to changing your paradigm, you
Mhm.
are not going to end up changing them.
Mhm.
And we have seen this with countless people. Countless people.
Mhm.
People try to do it by themselves. 6 months later, 1 year later, they came back to us and they say, "Can you help us?" So you see, there
Yeah.
is no point of wasting time. Make a
Yeah.
decision, talk to Deepak, ask him
Yeah.
what he has to offer, get on board with him, get into one of his programs, because that's where effective education will come into place. Because
Mhm.
when you get a mentor see you from a point of view where you cannot see yourself right now,
Yeah.
and then he know how to bring you from where you
that is
are to
that
where
is
you
one
want
of
to
the
be.
interesting topic that we can talk about, the value of, the mentorship, and having a mentor. you know it is a paradigm. You want to understand this, okay? It is a mentorship is a paradigm that you need in your life. It's a paradigm, it's a new paradigm. Most people think that they can do by themselves, and they're right. I'm not saying that you cannot do by yourself, okay? But here is the one thing about it I want you to know about it, that you know you want to ask yourself, what time it would take me to do that, okay? Will it still be worth for me to taking 10 years or 20 years to do that, while I can do it in 1 or 2 years with the help of someone? It's just a matter of asking the help, okay? Sukhveer has helped many, many people. I have helped many, many people. I'm still on the way. Okay, okay. And I'm glad that, whenever I talk to people, there are people who are ready to take action. They take action also, and and they create results as well, but there are still people. The most common thing that stop most people is fear. Okay, that's the one thing, is fear. And Napoleon Hill wrote about that, in his book Think and Grow Rich, that there is a fear of poverty, like the fear of losing money. Okay, people are scared to lose their money. Okay, all you have to do is have to remove those fear. Okay, okay. Like, I believe losing of money is nothing, right? I have lost money, multiple times in multiple things. Okay, although I'm not a gambler or something like that, but I have lost money in various ways. Okay, but I don't feel regretted, because that gives me the experience. Okay, okay. I have bought some good experience for myself. Okay, but here is the good thing. What if we are talking here is work, and it works, right? It's not like a rocket science, it's a principles. Okay, it works every time. Okay, so mentorship is key to everything. Okay, anything you want to do in your life, okay, get a mentor. Okay, get a mentor for at least, I would say, 3 to 5 years. Okay, that's the minimum time. Okay, if you want to be expert in something, you have to get a mentor for at least 3 to 5 years. Okay, and then do exactly what your mentor is saying. Okay, don't ask questions, why this, why that. Do exactly what they is saying to you. Okay, and there is no question that you will not create results. Okay, okay. So that's how it works. It has worked for me, it has worked for Sukhveer, it has worked for countless people who are there. I'm glad that he mentioned the book Think and Grow Rich. Okay, this is the book that has made millions of millionaires. Okay, like the most, if you go to talk to any self-made millionaire in USA, or any, because there are most millionaire are in USA, that's a fact. Okay, but you talk to any millionaire, right? A self-made millionaire, right? They'll tell you that somehow or some way this book Think and Grow Rich has impacted their life. Okay, it has impacted my life. Okay, I remember I started with the book Think and Grow Rich. Okay, I became curious, that to know the secret, what is the secret in this book, and I didn't know that I was starting the whole new chapter of my life. Now the position is, I know the secret, I can teach it to people, you know but I can't live without it. Okay, like, there is no one day pass in my life where I don't think about it, where I don't study a bit about it. Okay, that's how the life has changed for me. Okay, I have a purpose now. Okay, do you think how important it is to have a purpose in your life? Most people, they just live their life without any purpose. They just go and go, like, you call it drifting. That's what it called. It's called drifting. Most people are just drifting. Okay, so let's add some more into that. Let's add some more into purpose and and paradigm. Okay, so the
Sure.
paradigm is, okay, the paradigm is, the multitude of habits. Okay, okay. It's regarding, like, how do, let's say, take some examples, let's form some examples. Okay, and talk about it, how somebody could change their paradigm regarding. Let's talk about money. Is a common area, right? Money is the one thing that we all have struggled, right? And I'm not ashamed to say that I have struggled a lot. Okay. Okay, so money is the one thing that most people can relate to. Okay, so let's talk about how do you change money paradigm. Okay, would you like to go first?
Yeah, sure. Why not, Deepak? So, when you look at money paradigm, there is one common excuse that many people come up with, right? They
Hmm.
will say that I want to buy this house. They will say that I want to buy that car. They will say that I want to go on that vacation.
Hmm.
And the second dialogue will be when I have the money.
Yeah.
You know, that's what common, doesn't matter wherever you go. People
Hmm.
will say that I want to buy a new car when I have X amount of money. I will go to my vacation when I have this much in my bank account. You see, what they are doing is that they are reversing the psychology of decision making. They're
Yeah.
waiting for their decision to be made when the money shows up.
Yeah.
Now, there is interesting, technique that I usually teach all of my clients, and I'm going to share this as an example with all of you who are watching it right now as a bonus,
Mhm.
and it is going to really help you to shift that money paradigm. Okay. Now, I'll give you a couple of examples. Okay. Let's say you want to buy a house. Let's think you want to buy a house. All right. And you have nothing at all right now,
Mhm.
and the house is going to cost you whatever it is, x amount of money, whatever it is. Now if you do the old way by saying that I will buy a house when I have the money, I can bet you 6 year later, 10 year later, 20 year later, you will be still in the same position saying the same
Yeah.
line, I'll buy a house
Mhm.
when I have the money. So
Yeah.
what you can do right now, you know take just a small amount of money, whatever it is you have. If you're in India, 1,000 rupees, 2,000, 5,000, whatever it, $100, $200, whatever it is. Take that money, put it into an account, and just treat that account as an account for your house payment. Now, what happened when you have deposited a certain amount of money into a certain account based upon a decision that this money is for my house?
Yes.
You have started a flow of energy in the universe, sending a signal to the universe that I am ready to make this possible. And see, I have sent some money in the bank account. Now you may say how this $100 or is going to help me to buy that house. Don't look at it that way. Look at it that way, that $100 shows the committed decision that you have made towards buying that house. And you know what will start happening? Your mind will start thinking about more creative ways, how I can come up with more money, how I can earn more money, how I can save more money, what I can do. And you will see there will be a whole lot of chain of thoughts that will start moving in the direction. Why? Because you have made that decision. And I'll encourage you that slowly and steadily start upgrading your paradigms related to money. For example, let's say let's say you have been writing with a common pen. Buy an expensive one. let's say you
Yes.
have been let's say you have been wearing uh, clothes, whatever those clothes are. Maybe buy some branded ones.
Mhm.
Expand it from wherever you are to one level above. What happened when you go one level above? When you go one level above, you will not feel like going back to the level. You see, that's how you have upgraded your ability. Maybe you cannot expand, spend millions of extra pounds right now, but maybe you can spend 100 pounds, or maybe you can save 100 pounds, or maybe you can do some investment of that. Whatever it is, start taking those small steps towards money. Start taking those small steps to shift your money paradigm. Because when you start doing it, you will see in a longer run, your paradigms are going to change in a bigger way when it comes to money. So start upgrading yourself, when it comes to money paradigm. Over to you, Deepak.
Absolutely. Basically, what you're basically doing is you're changing your beliefs around money. Okay.
That's right.
Uh, what, what you used to believe about money, and now what you know you believe about money right now. Okay, that's actually the process of changing a paradigm. Okay, the what you believe in your life, that's gonna come back. For meanwhile, I'm getting some technical problem here. Uh, Maybe we have to end this live. Uh,
Yeah, sure, no problem, Deepak. So what we can do is we can quickly give them a
because
couple of quick
I
suggestions.
cannot see that yeah, I cannot see that that it's live on Facebook. I'm not sure what's the problem.
Okay.
Maybe I'll get recording to it
Yeah,
and
sure.
now Facebook if there
Yes,
will
yes.
be.
Yeah, we can do that. Because if
Okay.
there it is live on some platform, maybe it might be on YouTube or somewhere you can get it from there. Because
Yeah,
it
yeah,
shows like it's live, right?
yeah,
All right,
yeah,
then anyway, we can give them a quick suggestion, just to wrap it up, Deepak.
yeah,
So
yeah. Sure, why not? Okay. Let's understand this. Okay. Your paradigm is the root cause of your results into your life. You agree with this or you don't agree with this. Okay. It doesn't make much difference on that. Okay. So what you want to understand is how do I build a paradigm of success and abundance in my life? Okay. That's how. And the key to that is to, if you want to do it really quick, the key to that is mentorship. Get into the mentorship of that. Don't think that you can do by yourself, or uh, like you can do it, but it's still the same thing, like what time it would take for you. Okay. So that's the key to everything. Okay. And right, let's say we are talking about, he talked, we talk about, the mindset paradigm, the money paradigm. Okay, write out your belief. Okay, take a clean sheet of paper. Okay, and write out your belief. What do you really go inside of yourself? Think, what do you think and feel about money? Okay, you write it down. Okay, you know all those beliefs are should be on the paper. Okay, I remember this. For example, I used to believe that money is limited. Okay, I used to believe that you have to earn, like, the people who earn a lot of money, they are evil. That was one of my belief. Okay, that's I'm talking by fact. Okay, I used to believe that money is evil. Like, the more big money I'm talking about, it's evil. Okay, that's that was one of the belief. Okay, and the biggest one was it's limited. It's not limited, it's abundant. Okay, it's everywhere. Okay, money is available everywhere. It doesn't matter what country do you live in. Okay, just like we talk about, country plays, currency plays, like very minimal role in what you are capable of earning. Okay, I know people from South Africa who earn a lot of money, $1 million in dollars. Okay, and if I talk about myself, I don't even have any idea how many currencies I have earned. Same goes with Sukhveer, right? I don't count that anymore. Okay, so if I talk about, I have earned Polish, Canadian, USD, South African, right? That just list just goes on. Okay, okay, so it's like I don't even have idea. So think about it. What money, how does that happen? It happened because I learned to change my money paradigm. Okay, so first thing you do is you take a clean sheet of paper, write down your belief, and then on the second sheet of paper, take a second sheet of paper and write down what belief you want. Okay, okay, what is the exact opposite of that belief? If you think money is limited, say money is abundant. Okay. If you think money is evil, you say money is good. It's very good. If you think money hardly flows to you, okay, think money is always and easily flowing to and through me. Okay. I am the flowless channel of money to flow to and through me. Okay, and when you do that, what do? You keep reminding that suggestions over and over and over and over and over again. There will be time, like what you are doing is you are changing the paradigm. Okay, you are changing your codes that was written since you were kid about money. Right, I remember I used to believe that it's hard to earn money. It's not hard to earn money. It's very easy to earn money. All you have to do is you have to provide a service, and money comes back as a return. Okay, what we are doing here, me and Sukhvira is doing here, is we are providing a service. Okay, okay, and money gonna come up in the same proportion. I don't know where it's coming, but I know it's coming from somewhere. Somebody's gonna wire me something, somebody's gonna PayPal me something, somebody's gonna do something, and I will get the money. Because why? Because I served. Okay, I provided the service, and it's not only for me, it's for everyone. Okay, if you serve, if you go out and serve with a heart of service, there is no limit to what you can earn. Okay. Would you like to add something, and then we'll quickly wrap up?
Sure, sure, Deepak, why not? And I will add just one more line: make decisions.
Yes.
That's when
Yes.
you will change your
Money
paradigm.
follows the decision. Okay. Money
Right.
follows your decision. The way you
Exactly.
make decisions, okay, it's the money is gonna follow in your bank account. Okay. Make
Exactly.
decisions, and you stick with those decisions. Okay.
That's correct.
For some time you have to, uh, you may feel like it's not working, it's not getting along, but it's working. Okay, it's working. Okay, it's on the invisible side, it's working all the time. Okay, okay, so keep that in mind.
Exactly.
Okay,
Exactly.
everybody. Okay,
All
I'll
right then.
this here only. Okay, thank you everyone for joining, and most importantly, thank you Sukhveer. Okay, for joining and sharing
Thank you so
such
much.
valuable. I understand from my perspective and my paradigm that what information we have just shared is enormously valuable to anyone who is looking for a change.
That's right.
Okay.
Thank you so much,
Right.
Deepak. So see you everybody next time.
Yeah. Thank you,
Bye.
Sukhveer. And thank
You're
you,
welcome.
everyone. Hope you have a, amazing day, amazing week. Okay. And we'll see you next week in next session. Okay. Take care. Bye bye.